are back with another episode of Smoke and All Mirrors. Episode 77. I've got no tagline for this one, but we just keep it sexy out here. How we living there, big dogs?
Yeah, we good. We good.
I'm good, man. I am very good.
I'm also doing fantastically well, champion. A nice little Sunday. It's actually like a little bit warm today out here. It's been a bit cold the last few days there.
I know. I always got the aircon on, wasting my fucking solar panels.
Even though it's like close to the start of winter over here.
Yeah,
it's cold as fuck.
coming up to it, man.
You know, I broke the Oues out
Same.
this week.
For real.
And then yesterday, last night, I was like, I thought maybe it'd be all right to take that Oues out. No. Sweating.
Sweat.
The funny thing is that with the Oues, it's meant to regulate the heat. These are just liars, man. That should make you sweat like crazy. It's out here with the Pacific underneath my fucking hoodie. We're moving on to our... we've got some special news to start off with, as we all know, about the slap that could be heard around all of Earth there.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. So Chris Rock made some comments regarding Jada. Wasn't taken very well. Will decided to get up in that ass, approached Chris Rock, and slapped him directly in the fucking mouth for it. Some fucking wild shit to happen in public, especially at the Oscars as well, but how much was the viewership this time around?
It was up 56%. So expect someone to get slapped next year.
Yeah, expect someone to get punched next year.
It's going to be pay-per-view next year.
Celebrity deathmatch over there.
Gonna have fucking Bruce Buffer on the stage.
God.
But it's also the reason why I think that it was fake. It was staged. There's a big part of me that believes that like every party involved looks to make some money off that.
Except for Will
Could
Smith.
be. Yeah.
What's it?
Except for Will Smith.
Yeah, but Will got his Oscar. Maybe that was the trade-off. How can we secure the Oscar?
I don't think it was planned. It happened, from what we're hearing, especially from Will Packer, who's a big old talker. Like, it wasn't planned. It was never supposed to happen this way. If you watched the awards in the US, you wouldn't have actually seen the slap.
Yeah.
Only if you watched it in Japan. That's why
Australia.
That's why all the clips that came out were from overseas.
Yeah.
For me, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right for the Oscars to sort of celebrate Will Smith after all this. You know what I mean? I guess it's not right. He basically went on stage and assaulted someone. So if lo and behold, it was actually Wanda Sykes that actually was going to present that award, and he walked up and slapped the shit out of Wanda Sykes, what were they going to say? Would it still
be having a very different conversation?
Yeah, would it still be fine? Would he still be, would he still have a standing ovation when he won his fucking award?
Yeah.
I don't think it's right, man. I think if it was someone else as well, if it was Chappelle up there, there is no way that Will Smith goes up and slaps Chappelle.
Yeah.
Because I think he knows that Chappelle would slap him back.
Yeah. So I'm really conflicted about it. I had no receipts for Will Smith. There was no reason for me to hate Will Smith. I love Will Smith's projects.
Same.
I'm a Wild Wild West fan. Love me some Gemini Man.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like these are favorites that I kind of grew up on. I watched Fresh Prince. Like to see him go up there seems so out of character.
Yeah.
And what was even more disappointing, right? So, what's her name from Orange Is the New Black? She's a trans actor.
Yeah. I know you.
Laverne. Is it Laverne Shirley? No.
Laverne Cox.
Laverne Cox. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
So she's interviewing.
She's really
Yeah. But she's interviewing Jada and Will, right? And then says, "When am I going to be on the Red Table Talk? Why, I want to talk about any entanglements and stuff like that."
Yeah.
Will laughed it off.
That's right.
Know what I mean? It's not like Jada jumped in there and beat the piss out of her
Exactly.
for saying that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, on stage, Chris Rock makes a joke about Jada, only to get kind of clapped for it. Now, I'm conflicted because, one, like, I really like Will Smith. I grew up with Will Smith.
Yeah.
2, if I hate on Chris Rock, a part of me is also saying, well, why the fuck did I defend Chappelle last year?
Yeah.
When he said the shit that he said.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's even Jada's perspective.
Yeah.
And, like, the whole thing about Chris Rock shitting on Jada since 2016, there's a lot built up. This was a powder keg just ready to explode.
Yeah.
And the bad thing was, it exploded on live TV in front of everyone to see. It became the most talked about thing. And the cuck thing about it, the thing that really shit me, is that in a ceremony built to celebrate and really applaud the artist and artistry behind the movie business, we lost all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And even, like, more finely tuned to that moment, Questlove's
That's right.
award was
That's
completely fucked up. Who's another Philly native? it was just a dog shit way to kind of address it. I don't agree with his actions, but I agree with the sentiment. Because, man, if some, like, and I've had it happen, if someone disrespects your partner, like, it's a hard place to be in. Do you what? You keep the peace, or you step out of line, basically, and, like, clock the motherfucker. And sometimes it happens within your own family, within their family, like, or at work or something. if you work with them.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. Actually.
or in public, and it's like, how? At what point is it all right? Yeah, that's why I'm conflicted. And if I really thought about it, like, and I was in Will Smith's shoes, I probably wouldn't have walked up there. But
I wouldn't have
I would
walked
have
up.
checked him at the fucking party, the
I
after
wouldn't have
party.
walked up. Honestly, not in front of everybody. I wouldn't have walked up onto Chris's stage.
No.
What I would have done was, I know that he knew whoever was going to win was going to win. I would have gone backstage and tuned him up in the green room. If I was going to do that, that's what I would have done. We wouldn't have heard about it. We would have heard, okay, there's rumors that Will Smith and Chris Rock got into a fight. That's how I would have done it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the right way to do it. Because then I keep my brand. He keeps his brand.
That's it.
Chris is going to be reminded of this for the rest of his life now.
That's it. And so's Will Smith. And that's the thing. They fucked around with a legacy game.
That's it.
Even though it's the Oscars, like, I don't think the Oscars should be the club that you want to be in, but it's the pinnacle of, like, the movie world in terms of who won the Oscar and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that shit has repercussions forever.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of fucking shockwaves that come off, like, public figures doing things like that, where not approaching a society, but we've lived in a society where we try and follow the example of people who are more successful.
Yeah.
And if we get the, like, the example that, hey, if we're angry, we can just slap someone in fucking public. Yeah. What's the fucking picture that's being painted here, man?
That's right. That's right.
If, like, and the thing that, like, annoyed me about it was hearing about it later when you were talking about it, saying Diddy fucking said that Chris and Will had, like, calm fucking words after sorting it out. Why couldn't they just do that instead of fucking blowing a gasket in public initially?
I think that's all bullshit anyway.
Oh, right? Really?
Yeah, because Chris, as soon as it happened, he went backstage. He apologized to Wanda Sykes and Amy Schumer and Regina Hall.
Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
Because he said that he didn't want to take the focus off them because they were the hosts. So he apologized to them and then bounced. He went straight to the after party. After that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is wild that he even showed up.
Well, he was chilling with all of his boys there. So,
yeah. I think
It's hard, man.
so. I read Will's book, right?
Hmm.
And the thing that when he slapped Chris Rock, the thing that stood out for me is that Will watched his mom get like go through an abusive relationship,
Yeah.
and he did nothing. He considered himself a coward for the longest time because in that moment he couldn't do anything.
Hmm.
But in this moment, when he's seen that Jada didn't like that comment,
Hmm.
in that moment, I think that was 50 years of pain coming out and showing the public, like, don't fuck with me anymore. I'm not that guy. I do not have to dance for you. I'm not your monkey.
Hmm. But then when I see the videos, like after Chris Rock says Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me, and I see Jada laughing about it,
Yeah,
I don't like that.
me neither. Me neither.
I don't like that. It's like she almost, she knows that she caused
Oh,
it,
man.
and she was happy about it.
Jade?
Our sister has alopecia, B.
Yeah, I know.
Our sister.
Yeah.
It's not that fucking serious, B.
No, it's not life-threatening.
It's not. My sister's got all of her fucking hair. She does that shit for fucking, what's his face? For sympathy. You know what they announced after this? Will Smith might be the next guest on the red table talk. This is all a fucking rollout, B. That's all it is.
That's why I'm saying the shit was fake. Chris Rock's tour dates sold out. Straight after that, I had like extended family members say, "I bought my tickets. Did you get yours?"
Especially like our shows here in Australia be mad because they're later in the year. So he's got time to sort of tune up that material.
Potentially.
Oh, man.
Jada's going to get a massive boost in that next Red Table Talk that comes out. Is going to be fucking through the roof. The Academy Awards, after like years and years of viewership declining, will now explode.
Yep.
And there sits Will in the middle of all this bullshit. Got his Oscar. And he just has to keep eating shit and giving the world memes of him fucking crying.
Mm-hmm. But they do that to themselves, that family. I don't know what's wrong with them. Keep your private life private.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't need to be out there.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. And that's the fucking learning.
You're thriving on everybody else's hate.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Oz doesn't like being that conspiracy theorist kind of guy. But after seeing the slap, you just think about it and it's like, well, we got to see a different side of Will with best shape of my life. Maybe this is him continuing on that fucking pattern, you know what I mean?
But he slapped Chris like a boxer. He had the guard up with the left hand, fully extended that right hand. He slapped through that, bro.
I wish Chris just stepped back and made him lose, and then just gave him a quick.
Just went to work.
Just went to work.
Tenderized some titties.
Yeah. Chris is from Jersey and New York. You know he's used to fighting.
But he knew.
Come on,
he knew. He knew that, like, what was at stake on that stage.
I wish Joe Rogan was saying that he wished that Chris waited for Will to just, turn his back, and he just jumped on his back and just like socked the hooks, rear naked choke, and just choked him on the stage. It was hilarious because Giannis Papas was on what's his face on Rogan, and he was like, I was laughing because I saw like a month down the track Chris knocking on your door, and he's like, please Rogan, train me. It was like, it'd be the best action movie ever.
It would be. That would be fucking cool. I even had like, as soon as this happened the next day, I was like, this would be a mad movie idea. But yeah, that's how I kind of feel. Just with the whole incident, it was so shocking to watch, and I hated that everyone kind of got to see that. That's not something that you want to see. It's something that was worked out publicly that should have been just called out privately.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I just wish that, it was done privately. But now everybody loses, man. Everybody except Will loses. Or everybody, Will loses, everybody else wins.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's been kicked off the board. Now, Netflix pulled their movie from him. Fast and Loose. Bad Boys 4 is on hold. Like, Will loses now.
Yeah.
Because of something stupid that he could have sorted out behind the scenes.
Yeah. Watch, Chris Rock's going to show up on Red Table Talk. He will be there. Will Smith will do a video with Chris Rock. Honestly, what I'd love to see is Will sit down with Chris Rock with Chappelle being the mediator.
Oh, man. That'd be awesome.
And really kind of talking about that moment and what it really meant and what was the breakdown. And in a real way. I mean, Will did it with fucking the old Aunt Viv. After years and years.
Yeah, that's true.
Him at this point now, I think that's the way to kind of save face.
Yeah. True. Yeah. I don't think we'll get a real interview if Jada's there. You know what I mean? Like, I think it should just be between the men. They sat down, hashed it out.
That's it.
Yeah.
I would even...
And
I
I necessarily don't need to see it as well. You know what I mean? Like, if they just said, fuck it, we had a chat, you know what I mean? We're all good now.
Like... That was some like mental health shit that's just he's been wound up in for years and years. And everyone got to see it at his worst. Sad shit, man. It really is sad. But saying that, you're watching the next Will Smith movie that comes out, Emancipation, when it drops, watching it? You're watching it there, T-Balls?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, they're all right. I'll give it a watch.
It's Fuqua. It's a true story. Like, as if I'm not going to watch it.
I'm watching it, man. Nothing is going to stop me from seeing the next Will Smith property.
That's it.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But yeah.
It is what it is.
I hope all three of them work that shit out.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to add?
No. I think I was hit the ending on hit the nail on the head. Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
Hit the ending.
But no. If we're all done, we can move into streaming news.
Stream it.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. So, getting talks, all the marketing's coming out for fucking Obi-Wan now. Exciting times. Good times ahead.
Cheap times.
Jedi times. But,
Jedi things.
You see him just open the door. But, so... They were discussing, like, whereabouts is this story, where everything's going to lead from here, how everything begins as well. So we're getting breakdowns of, like, this is going to be 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. And they're discussing Vader's part in everything that's here as well. And so they're saying with Vader that he's not going to be the Vader that we see, because this is, 10 years after Revenge, but 30 years before the original trilogy. And they're saying that the Vader we see is not going to be like, the fully formed Vader that we've encountered within like episode 4 and later on as well. Because even in episode 3, we got a very, very early Vader there as well. So Vader's had some time. He's had a couple of years there. Homie's been biding his time, killing off some Jedi in the meantime as well. He's probably doing his culling. It's going through. But maybe this means that, Vader might still have, that compassionate side, and Luke hasn't broken through just yet. You know what I mean? Like he does in fucking Empire and Return. Fucking, so we might see that cold Vader, but he's still like Obi-Wan.
It looks like,
but as well as
it looks like Vader's out to kill him in this one, because I've seen some behind the scenes shit, and Obi-Wan is like really trying to like kill Vader, and Vader's just got one hand up blocking that shit, and then pulls back his one hand and launches Obi-Wan with the Force.
Yeah,
it's like, so they're actually going to fight in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
there has to be a rematch.
I feel like every time we talk about Star Wars shit, I always ask the question of, is the games canonical or no? It's not movie canon, is it?
I honestly think, which games though? It depends on the games.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah. No, I don't think Force Unleashed is. I think that's extended universe though.
Okay, cool. So I was just thinking about what if we do see The Apprentice come through as well, but that might even be before that too.
That'd be sick if it was just its own show.
Yeah. You know how mad that story is? Fuck it, oh. But no, so we're going to see, like, you know, Vader's still getting his legs, no pun intended. And it's being delayed as well by 2 fucking days with this show.
But with a purpose, though.
But overall. Yes. I'm not going to lie, I just forgot what the purpose was there.
If you didn't know, it's being delayed 2 days, but that means that we get the first 2 episodes. Straight up.
Fucking A.
For free. Jesus. I just got to do the chopper post.
Oh, that's what I was hoping for Moon Knight, but obviously.
Are they going to slow drip you to death for Moon Knight?
But Moon Knight gave you the goods in that first episode.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
I'm excited, man.
But yeah, so I can't wait. This might be better than Mando. I doubt it is going to be, but still.
To be honest, I'm kind of off Mando. Yeah. Nah.
Really?
Ever since the Pascal?
Well, ever since Book of Boba. I feel like...
Okay.
I wish they just didn't make Book of Boba.
That episode of Mando, where it was Mando-centric, of the Book of Boba, where it was Mando-centric.
Oh, yeah.
Was
100%. 100%.
Book of Boba. So this is just going to be a continuation of that.
I'm going to need like premium Mando to kind of get me where I need to be that next season.
Yeah. I don't know, man. These episodes, like these seasons of Mando, even though we've gotten 2, have improved a lot. Not saying it was bad initially, but they keep getting better. And I think it's because they're actually like, you know, they're getting into their fucking bag with this shit too. Like, it's just really fun. We actually get the breakdown of the Mandalorians. We hear about Beskar. We see him fight, and he's getting new weapons, and he actually is trained in all that shit too. Fucking mad notes, man.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
And this is why I fight any motherfucker who say Star Wars is trash.
Yeah, I'm staying with Disney. So Disney just announced that there's going to be, I think at the end of the year, they're doing a sequel series to The Full Monty. So the original came out in 97. I don't know why they're doing this. God knows why they're doing this. Nobody asked for this. Yeah. Obviously, being on Disney Plus, they won't be able to go The Full Monty. But supposedly all of the cast are back.
Yeah. Even Tom Wilkinson.
Yeah.
Getting his cock out there.
Jesus. Get your rat out. But yeah, they'll be joined by new casts. So this will be either their children or grandchildren. Yeah. Right? And the original screenwriter, Simon Beaufoy, who wrote Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
Is coming back as well. So yeah.
What do you call it?
We'll see how this goes.
They're able to do it because they're going to drop it on Hulu and then Star. Right. Yeah. So that's how they do like the R-rated shows and stuff. Even like because it's a Fox property as well.
Man, you got to have the swearing in there.
Yeah, have to. It's the original had that in there.
The thing for me is like every time I see a property with Robert Carlyle, I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but where's our fucking third 28 days later?
No way. Even though he got his eyes thumbed in.
True.
Yeah, he thumbed in the wife's eyes. Pause.
That's right. Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
He did. Dirty
Yeah.
bastard. All right. Well, before you see, probably after you see Full Monty, dick in your grills, we're gonna get a prequel series to It called Welcome to Derry. So before Pennywise laid the bars higher, Georgie, there was a whole lot of shit that happened every 27 years, and this will explore that. So I'm guessing it'll be 54 years before It Chapter 2, because that'll be 27, and then another 27 behind that, because that's kind of where they're free to play in.
Well, where does the book start? That Mike writes.
That Mike writes.
30s?
That book starts like first settlers in Derry. He goes back to the first accounts, what happens. Yeah. But I mean, this show's gonna show the origins of Pennywise.
Right.
So while in It Chapter 2 it said that Pennywise came through during Native American times. So that would have been, I mean, that's hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Would have existed like that. In the book, it's during the time of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, he's dormant, remember?
Yeah.
He stays dormant for thousands of years. Crashes into the earth. He's dormant for thousands of years. Sees the dinosaurs. Goes back to sleep until man is there.
That's right. Yeah. Until he can terrorize and terrify his victims.
Did they?
Which they could be a caveman episode. So this
should be cool.
Sorry, Triz, you were going to say something?
I was just going to ask if this was going to be a regular run or if this was going to be a limited series.
Honestly, I think they're putting this out as a show. Because they can mine 300, 400, or like million years worth of content, essentially. If they wanted to. I would love it if this was anthological. I think it is. I think the word is.
In my head, I was like a show would be cool, like a season of each 27 years. But then what if you just did a limited series and it was like an hour and a half an episode for like 6 episodes and it just went through specific points of those 27 years?
That'd be fire.
I'd be cool with that.
That'd be fire.
That's exactly what we get in that book, right? So we don't hear about everything, but you get little stories from Mike drip fed to you, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping that they get the same. I think what's his name, Mustafa Khan.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they get him back to sort of either narrate or something like that, or just do scenes where he's interviewing people, you know.
That'll be fire.
Yeah, just so, I mean, in theory, you'd be able to cut those scenes directly into the movie after.
Yeah. Or the black spot, the story about the black spot.
Oh man,
I need an episode on that.
Yeah, a whole episode.
I'd even go for the Native American tribe that actually fought it that time and kind of what happened. Like what was their experience, because it would have been totally different.
I think with this they have a way of actually introducing the whole turtle and all that sort of stuff into it, and just the battle that they have, which is ultimately better in the book. Much better,
thousand times better. I kind of hope that Gary Doberman isn't on this one. As much as I liked the first It, which was mainly just Kari Joji Fukunaga's script.
Yeah.
Like I really hope that they get someone else to kind of shepherd King's work. someone that knows it a lot more. Like if they got
What's his
Frank
name?
Darabont in,
Or that other guy, the recent
oh
guy.
fuck,
What's
Mike
his name?
Flanagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Flanagan would be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
For sure.
Yeah. Anyone who's like in touch with King's stories, Flanagan would nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, even the story that he sort of wrote, with Midnight Mass is basically like it's so heavily King inspired that movie that show.
No spoilers now. I still got to watch it.
Still one of my favorite posters for Netflix as well.
Yeah, that was fire, man. That was like those Drew Struzan numbers.
Yeah,
give it to him.
That won't happen because Flanagan over there, he signed a deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for this, man. I almost wish they went at it like Masters of Horror, where it was like director, new screenwriter, everything per episode, anthology.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me the 1.5 hour episodes like you were saying, Triz.
Yeah.
Make it like 6 episodes a season.
100%.
That'd be cool,
because we'd get to see so many different fucking perspectives, because we have so much like because of Pennywise's fucking influence, we can see the start of that and people not ignoring it, you know what I mean, and then going through to them sort of realizing this is a normal thing, I'm an adult, this just fucking happens type shit. I want to see that arc. I want to see everything occur, not everything, but like the key points moving forward.
Fuck yeah. And they don't even have to retread a lot of the shit that happened in the movie and the book, the steel mill, all that shit. Just like tell new stories, you know what I mean?
I'm fucking cool with that, man.
Fuck yeah. Give me Freddy's Nightmares for like, the 2023 crowd.
Fuck, that'd be cool.
I don't ever want Freddy's Nightmares.
Like, I don't know. We are getting a new Tales of the Crypt, yeah?
M. Night was supposed to be working on it, but then it just died.
Yeah, died in the arse.
Fuck. That's what I want. I want Tales of the Crypt. I don't want to remake a Demon Knight, but I kind of do at the same time.
Demon Knight should never be touched. That shit's perfect.
Unless it's a sequel.
Fuck yeah.
Zane and fucking Sadler can come back.
Get Jada to do it, man.
Just get Jada to do it.
Might watch that shit tonight. But no. Fucking moving on to the next piece of news. So we got Sony and Apple working together, and we got Joel Edgerton to star in Dark Matter. So the Edge is this physicist, right? But he gets kidnapped, and not like, a traditional kidnapping. He gets kidnapped into an alternate fucking universe. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Just universe napping and shit. And so, like, all of, like, his amazement at seeing what could have been just starts fucking with him. And he's got to make it out of, like, this timeline of alternate lives of what could have been as he's going through as well. It's fucking crazy. So he's trying to make it back to his family going through that. Sounds fucking cool, man.
It does. Is the multiverse the new plot device for everyone?
More than likely. More than fucking
Just
likely.
Like butterfly affect people to death.
Just need to leave that shit.
Give us like 2-3 movies of multiverse related fucking material, and then just fuck it off to the next fucking gimmick that they can find. It's the multiverse with cats.
See your asshole. But we'll see, man. I support anything the Edge does.
Yeah,
dude is a creative, and like I always like show up for his shit.
Yeah, 100%. I'm definitely all for that. What do you call it? Plus, I like the idea. So it's like the idea of insanity within yourself, and like seeing all the shit unfold and what the choices could have been. I'm about that life.
You like want to get that dark version of the family, man.
I want to see me with the evil goatee, man.
Turn around.
But no, should be good.
All right, so Daniel Kaluuya sat down someone, and he was talking about how he's going to start writing this movie called The Kitchen, right? So this came from a story that he heard in 2011. So he was sitting down in a barbershop, and the barbershop was talking about this guy in the barbershop was talking about how basically there were these kids doing smash and grabs throughout London. Obviously, they're doing like 1 million, 2 million pound bloody smash and grabs, but then only getting paid £200 for the smash and grab, right? And he was like, that's like a really good sort of lens that we can use to look at inequality and fatherhood and class and joy and resilience and courage and defiance and basically the care of London. Yeah. So this sounds really, really cool. It sounds like The Town, but in London.
Yeah. What I didn't expect was for this to be set in a dystopian future. I thought this was going to be set now. I wanted that story. Like, he's got some of the guys from Top Boy playing in this one. But excited for it, man. Daniel Kaluuya getting creative behind the camera. It's fire.
Well, he wrote some of something. I can't remember what, but he wrote some of it. Yeah, some of the lines and whatnot that he'd say in Get Out or something like that he wrote those lines.
Fire. All right. Moving from one excellent actor to another. So we got Eddie Murphy, who's going to take on the role of George Clinton. So this one starts in the 40s. Clinton's like starting like his journey from the 40s to starting up Parliament, to starting up Funkadelic, and then linking it to the like present day almost with influences to Ice Cube and Tupac and Snoop Dogg and Dre to Kendrick even. Like there's
all the way back. I mean, you can feel it. You can feel it, right? So you can feel when Thundercat plays a guitar or something like that. You can hear George Clinton in the background.
Yeah,
almost.
Even to like Daft Punk.
Yeah,
like that funk, that infectious shit that he kind of fathered in.
That whole digital, just in general, just the digital sound was them. I mean, nobody used a talk box back in the day, or at least used a talk box like that. They might have put it on guitars or something like that. Nobody ever decided, hey, I'm going to put this talk box in my mouth and then start singing. Like that's the innovation. Like that's amazing.
Seeing that on screen is going to be fucking crazy. Set that one up.
Especially with Eddie.
Yeah, and that's that Amazon deal as well. So Kenya Barris has got this one up, and then we get Beverly Hills Cop 4. We get that other Jonah Hill one as well, You People, too.
Yeah, the one that
Schultz in that one.
Yeah. Schultz is in there. He said, like, he had a chance, obviously, because I think that's over at Netflix. He said he had a chance to do it, and he said, I can't sort of give up the chance to work with Eddie Murphy. Yeah. So he sort of left the pod for a couple of months and then joined back up.
Got to do it, that movie. Yeah, those opportunities you can't pass up.
It's Eddie.
100%. It's just something you can't say no to. Wonder if through all this, Eddie is like, still having that idea of doing the stand-up as well.
Eddie's getting busy for the first time in years. Yeah. We're seeing more and more of him every time. So I think, we're eventually going to see that stand-up.
Yeah. Plus,
and it's going to blow up, and it's going to go around the world, and I'm seeing it.
Yeah. And it's...
if he takes her around the
We're
world.
going, man. Have to. If it's at the Opera House, fucking, I will go crazy. But
I'm gonna send you to go sit in line for them tickets.
What you mean? It's all online now, my guy.
Just go sit at the internet cafes. I want the premium shits. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You want to sit in front so Eddie can roast you?
Fucking big time.
Imagine the content you'd have.
Who else would have a story like that?
Yeah, it's true.
Do you think I'm going to get up and slap Eddie? Eddie would go to work.
Wiz Khalifa was like, this was the night after. He was like, and if any of y'all decide to run up on stage, behind me is Dave. Dave will clap you. That was it.
Damn, who's Dave?
His security guard.
I see Kanye security guard slap a fucking disc out the air from the ground.
That was hilarious.
Someone threw their demo, tried to get their demo on stage. No, that shit was fake. Better luck next time. Yeah.
That's fucking
That guy didn't even look. The peripheral vision on that. Oh, he was like a fucking killer. He was a trained killer. That guy. Yeah.
It was,
Yeah. I watched that demo tape just fall to the ground, just get stomped on.
just destroyed.
Yeah, badly.
Oh, fuck. Nice. But no, should be good. I'm fucking excited, man. So we got Katheryn. I was about to say Katheryn. Jesus, Katheryn Bigelow. So it's been what, like 5-6 years since Detroit came out, and now she's finally coming back to the pedestal for her next movie to direct as well. I know. So this one's adapted off David Koepp's novel called Aurora, and this sounds like another one of those, like, not another one, but a post-apocalyptic like journey film as well.
Yep.
So it's about this lady named Aubrey Wheeler. Everything seems to be going wrong where she's living, and her convict ex-husband has left, but he's left their son with her, who seems to be a little bit like her father as well, like his father, sorry. And then what happens is that it seems like this solar storm hits, and nearly everywhere in the world, fucking power goes out. And so she remembers that her brother-in-law, Tom, who's like a Silicon Valley fucking CEO, is hiding out in this fucking desert bunker, which is miles away. And she's going to try fucking get to him through all the chaos that's happening. Because it seems like with everything going down, martial law's starting, and now everyone's going a bit fucking crazy too. So this is giving me fucking, what's that Viggo movie, The Road?
Yeah.
It's giving me...
It's got that shit in there, but then... it's also got the what's his face. Like, she's gonna have to work through some bullshit with that brother as well.
Yeah,
because there's some like weird shit that kind of happened back in the day.
Yeah,
and like that brother was in on it.
Yeah,
know what I mean? So, like, imagine taking your kid halfway across the country to go like stay with someone that fucked you over in the past. It's like a lot of meat to kind of chew, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this movie, Bigelow's the person to fucking do it.
Yeah, 100%. Bigelow fucking kills the shit, man. Hurt Locker, Zero Dark, Detroit, fucking...
Strange Days.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can keep all
Point Break?
For me, yeah. For me, it's a straight Point Break. Second,
100%.
From that one movie, she became the second greatest action director in the world.
Fucking oath.
Isn't it funny? Just some like small commentary on Point Break, right? Katheryn Bigelow was able to depict like bromance in a male world from a female perspective. I'm just saying, when everyone talks about like, you know, you got to have like, you know, the female perspective and you got to have the male perspective and whatnot. Fuck the perspectives. She was creative enough to do it. That's just my that's my 2 cents.
100%, and it felt so fucking natural too.
Yeah,
like when they playing fucking throwing the old pigskin around on the fucking sand there, and then he's like, "You don't know who this is? This is Johnny Unitas from Class 83 or whatever," going through, and then it starts from
Johnny Utah,
Class of
83.
fucking. I feel like watch Point Break, man. I just watched Point Break like a month ago or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, this should be really fucking good. Like, I can't wait for a trailer for this movie as well. Like, I love these fucking vibes as well, where the parents are just like, I have to make sure, like, you know, my family okay, regardless of the fucking consequences for me, and sort some shit out like that too.
Yeah.
Now I feel like watching The Road as well.
Fuck. The Road is a hard watch.
It is a
The
hard
Road-
watch, man.
The Road's like trying to swallow a Panadol with no water.
And that's after you've ate, like, you know, 3-4 them scones that mum made without any cream or jam on it.
Jesus.
But no, should be good.
All right. So everybody knows that the Oscars were this weekend or this week. So we're just going to run through a list of all of the winners this week quickly. Right. So for Best Sound, we had Dune. For Best Original Score, we had Dune. Best Adapted Screenplay was Coda. Best Original Screenplay was Belfast for Kenneth
Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh. Best Animated Short was The Windshield Wiper. Best Live Action Short was The Long Goodbye. Best Supporting Actor was Troy Kotsur for Coda. Best Film Editing went to Dune. Best Makeup and Hairstyling went to The Eyes of Tammy Faye, which I'm yet to watch. It's on Disney Plus right now. Best Animated Feature was Encanto. Best Documentary Feature was Summer of Soul. Shout out to Quest. Best Documentary Short was The Queen of Basketball. Best Original Song was No Time to Die. God. Best Cinematography, Dune. The guy that shot that was Greg Fraser. Is more than likely going to win next year as well for Batman. Best International Feature was Drive My Car. Best Production Design was Dune. Best Visual Effects, Dune. Best Actress, Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Best Actor, Will Smith for King Richard. Best Director was Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog. And the Best Picture overall was Coda, which is crazy because how can you be the best director and not win the Best Picture?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know either. I'm surprised by how much love Coda got, but then at the same time, not that surprised because it seemed like Oscar bait.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it had all the ingredients needed to make Best Picture. Like, no offense. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but I just mean it had all of the, like, you know, everything that it needed to really win the hearts over for the award.
That's right.
It's Apple's first Best Picture.
Hey, congrats to them. You know what I mean? Congrats to that movie as well. I think Troy Kotsur fucking nailed that role. He was good in there, and he deserves the Oscar.
Yeah.
And his speech was like so heartfelt and funny, and it just hit different because he did it all with sign language.
Beautiful.
With an interpreter. But like at the same time, there was nothing there that challenged you. Like for a Best Picture. What felt Best Picture-ish, and I didn't really enjoy the movie as much as I thought I would, was Nightmare Alley.
Yeah.
I think Nightmare Alley got shunned big time this year at the Oscars. There's no production design, win, no cinematography win. Nightmare Alley looks fucking beautiful.
It does.
Yeah, but out of all those, I mean, I'm surprised by how much Dune got, but at the same time, not surprised, especially in terms of like original score. It's the most interesting score there. I think what a lot of people are saying, and I can't speak on this because I haven't seen the movie, is Eyes of Tammy Faye. Got a lot of love. But it's one of the most lowest rated movies of the year. How does it do that? You know what I mean?
It's the subject matter, right? Televangelists don't sort of paint them in a good light. Yeah,
I want to see that.
People don't view them like that.
Yeah,
they view them like they just want to make money.
Yeah. So I gotta check it out. Jade Campion. Even after all of the shit with with what's his face? Fuck, what's his name? Dude, Western Roadhouse guy.
I really want to say AJ Weston, but that's fucking Henry Rollins in Sons.
Remember? He said, what the fuck does Jane Campion know about directing a Western in New Zealand from a woman's perspective that didn't grow up in cowboy country?
Sam.
You know the name.
Sam Elliott?
Yeah.
Sam Elliott. That's the guy. So it was interesting there to actually sort of see Jane Campion win.
Mm.
But like,
Who was the best supporting actor and best supporting actress?
Best supporting actor was Troy Kotsur. Best supporting actress was Ariana DeBose.
That's right. And that was for West Side Story,
yeah.
Yep.
She was originally in Hamilton as well. The
Really?
original debut, yeah. So, yeah, man. Good. Big ups for her. I'm worried. And I'm worried big time because her next movie is fucking Craven.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So it's that Oscar thing where, you know, when an actor just, like, starts, like, moving on up, getting that momentum, and then they just pick roles sometimes, or their publicist says, or their agent says, like, you know, go for this role because you'll get a lot of exposure. The next one's Craven. She'll be craving a drama after that.
Big time. Not everyone can be like De Niro and just choose. Yeah. Oh, okay, well, I'll just do Taxi Driver after this. I'll work with my friends and just do Taxi Driver. It's all right.
But
who's gonna go watch that movie?
Back then, he was probably like, "I've got to believe in what I'm doing because I'm going to be doing method." You know what I mean? I'm not going to be doing some crazy out of character person that I don't have anything that I can relate to him with. But yeah, Oscars, I mean, you know, going through that list, it just, it was so weird that night had so much shit happening, or one incident that happened, and all that didn't happen.
Didn't Sam Jackson get his honorary award as well? And Denzel presented it to him?
That's right. And that wasn't even broadcasted.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You're kidding.
Neither was Hans Zimmer's.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely crazy.
There's issues with the Oscars, and I can tell you it's not about like the bullshit that that kind of happens on the night and the politics and all that. It's because of what they choose to focus on. Like years ago, I used to stay up, watch the Oscars.
Yeah.
But now I could give a fuck.
I catch the highlights on this day.
Yeah.
And then there was
get it blow by blow if you know what I mean.
And then there was like the fan picked stuff. So Army of the Dead won best fan picked film, and Flash going through the Speed Force won the best fan moment of the Oscars. That's not a real statue or anything like that. And that's as close as you'd get to pop culture moving its way into the Oscars. But so Paramount is planning a H.G. Wells mythology film. So this would kind of draw on some of his works, like he did War of the Worlds, he did The Time Machine, got a bunch of other stuff in works and whatnot, and this would kind of play within that. I didn't see anyone, what's his face, attached to it at the moment, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with H.G. Wells.
Me neither. Sounds okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
They've done a lot with authors just in terms of, like, if you look at Stephen Hawking and they go into his life, Tolkien, how he got the inspiration for Lord of the Rings. They did a biopic on that.
He was just a racist, wasn't he?
So it'd be interesting.
Allegedly.
Was he? He's South African.
He's South African.
And that was all like his take on World War One, apparently. But
yeah,
I mean,
and apartheid and all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
you look at the orcs versus the humans. I mean,
yeah, even Peter Jackson's depiction of the Urukai, you know what I mean, which is they're half breeds essentially, right? That's why they're black and white and ugly and they live in the ground. And come on now, you know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think Peter Jackson's a racist, though. Just he did.
No. I don't think Peter Jackson is. I think maybe what's his face
Tolkien.
was.
Oh, for sure, Tolkien had that fucking that biggity badass kind of views.
Yeah.
True. So we also have Gerard McMurray. So he's going to write and adapt a comic called Black, and this one's for Warner. So this will be on HBO. So the story of this is that it's come to a point in time where black people as a whole have superpowers. And the way they find this out is through this one character named Kareem Jenkins, who's unfortunately assaulted and killed by police. But he lives to tell the tale as well. And so as part of this, to keep it all a secret, they all stay together and they actually, keep it away from everyone else that black people have these superpowers. So it's a story about them going through and concealing all of that, but knowing that they can be superheroes as well. I've actually never heard of this comic before, but this sounds really interesting.
Same. Yeah. Sounds good. Wonder how they're gonna sort of bring it to life. It's pretty quite timely as well.
Yeah.
Like they better go in sensitive as fuck.
Yeah.
This one. And because it's a comic book property, like, do they market it as one that the kids can go to, or do they market it as one that this one's like an R-rated, adults only kind of affair? You know what I mean?
Considering the themes itself, I'd say they'd need to focus more on the adult side of it.
Yeah.
Rather than having this as like, children fare, because that would be... It'd be very hard to sort of adapt this kind of material into that.
Yeah. And you kind of, at that point, like, if this is for kids, like, what's the story that you want them to take away?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and the way, like, reading the article, the way they describe this is just X-Men meets The Wire. So we're just gonna, it's very two different mashups. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, very sensitive topic, very big points to actually discuss over this as well. So I want to see a trailer, see how things go, but it sounds like something I'd watch as well.
Yeah.
X-Men meets The Wire.
Yeah.
That is the worst mashup I've ever heard of.
But yeah, it just sounds very, like, weird, just, like, putting those two things together. But we'll see when we get a trailer and stuff, see what happens with it.
But a good, like, which perspective in The Wire, though?
True. They never did. They never, like, detailed it. They just said X-Men meets The Wire. I'm like, okay. So you never know what's going to actually come from that. So it could be the police like, they could be referred to as, like, the secret police and them cracking down and everything happening, or it could be the other way around. Or it could be, what's his name? The drug addict that's helping them as well.
Yeah.
Could be his side of the story too, going through life, like, unsuspected. But we never know. We just got to wait until we see everything occur.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So we thought the Crow reboot was dead. There's so many. We had Bradley Cooper that was going to play Eric Draven. We had Jason Momoa that was going to play Ed. Eric Draven, and you've seen test footage from that. There were a lot of people that were at one point going to be in this movie, going to direct this movie, but it looks like the Eric Draven that we were waiting for was Bill Skarsgård, which for me it feels weird. But at the same time, could be inspired casting. I didn't think he was going to be great as Pennywise. Surprised the fuck out of me. This one's been directed by Rupert Sanders. Looked like you had some smoke there, Bado. Little smirk there.
Yeah, it's not surprise casting. It's typecasting.
The clown.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. I didn't even make the link there. So this one's been directed by Rupert Sanders, who did Snow White and the Huntsman, which is quite big budget. I'd like to see it reversed now, and for him to get a bit of a limited budget, 30, 40 million kind of.
Here's 40 million. Let's see what you can do with it.
Alex Proyas did wonders with half of that.
God.
Wasn't Stahelski attached to some Crow material though at some point?
Stahelski,
or at least
was his stunt double. He
was
the guy that they modeled Brandon Lee's face on. For the original Crow. When
the first time they ever did that.
When Brandon Lee died, and then Stahelski had to wear a Brandon Lee mask as well.
Yeah,
this is scary shit.
Yeah.
So I hope everything goes well with this. Apparently every Crow iteration has been met with something bad that's happened. So, I wish them all the best. I'm not overly excited for it. I don't think there's any other way you could slice the Crow that it would, to me, end up equal to the original. And in terms of Crow movies, the original's the only one that I really watch.
I don't even watch the second one because of what Miramax did to the film. You know what I mean? Like that film was shaping up to be an unbelievable film. Yeah. No, I can't watch that movie like that. That's the cut, the redos that we need now.
Yeah, fuck the Aya cut. Give me that. There's a guy on Twitter that's campaigning for all that shit, but that's that's it for film news this week.
Yes, sir.
I said it like that. I was in my Pennywise bag.
This week.
Time to go.
Right there, bad.
Fuck that.
Nah, you go.
Actually, no, I watched that fucking Bill Hader when he's on Jesus and Mero and they're doing all the different New York accents. Oh yeah, hey, it's you, my cousin Sal. I'm picking him up from the airport right now. You fucking bozo.
Bozo for me is the best.
Bozo fucking kills it.
Yeah. It's the fucking best.
And especially if you say it with the Aussie accent, you're bozo.
Look at you fucking bozo.
Alright there, Bado. It is time to fan the hammer.
Yes, sir. Oh, good. So, we got filming wraps on Extraction 2. Peter Gadillo is Shanks in Netflix's One Piece. Trash. Netflix and Rodriguez partner for a Spy Kids reboot. Amazon casts Ella Purnell for Fallout. House of Dragons, now to be released on August 21st. David Fincher's The Killer has officially wrapped shooting. And as well as that, the Mando Season 3 finished wrapped. Batgirl is also wrapped filming. Michael Bay on VFX shot issues. There was some issues regarding some visual effects in Avatar, I'm assuming. Michael Bay. My bad. I was thinking Jimmy C.
Ambulance.
Yeah, Ambulance. David Koepp on the Blackhawks status as well. Sorry, big dogs. Ryan Reynolds teases the return of Blind AI. Blind Owl. Wow. fucking resolution on this monitor is a bit bad. Sharon Stone to play Blue Beetle villain. John Carney to direct a Bee Gees biopic. Orlando Bloom and Andy McDowell set for Red Right Hand. And then Will John Majors extremely jacked in the set photos for Creed 3.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, he is looking massive, man. But that's it for fanning of El Hammerino.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fuck. Jonathan Majors looks fucking huge. Excited to see The Killer as well. That shit looks, or sounds, fucking crazy.
Especially with Fincher getting back into that sort of bag.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it in a while. Since Zodiac, right? So
yeah.
That was years ago.
Probably see some of the stuff that he does in The Killer in the Batman 2. I don't think Spielberg's directing that Black Hawk movie.
I don't think so either. I heard that he might be just straight producer.
That'll work for me.
Yeah.
That'll work.
It's I can see David Kep taking a shot at it though.
Yeah. Cap or like Spielberg will be like, get DJ Caruso in here.
Yeah, that makes sense. If they get Caruso, they could get Shia. So
he's fucking old enough.
He doesn't want to do that.
What
Shia is
really
an actor right now. He'd never do any one of those giant big screen movies again.
True. And he burnt
It's not what he wants to do.
Burnt his bridge with Spielberg too.
Yeah. Hey. He apologized.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to burn the bridge.
Yeah, he apologized. He's doing better things now anyway. He'd still be doing fucking Transformer movies right now.
Yeah, fuck.
Blow your fucking brains out.
It's true.
All right, so we're gonna have movie trailers. So this week, being the Oscar week, we did get a few trailers come out. So we got our final trailer for Buzz Lightyear, or just Lightyear, I should say, which looks awesome. It looks unbelievable. This trailer.
You know you're gonna get that guy that just keeps calling it Buzz Lightyear.
Did you see Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah.
Where? Ho. We got Shining Girls trailer. We got our final trailer for Top Gun Maverick, which it's amazing. We got our season 4.5 trailer for Ozark.
Looks great.
Which I still haven't watched 3.4 of these.
Looks great.
We got you got a trailer for The Staircase, and we got a trailer for a full trailer for Under the Banner of Heaven, which looks amazing.
Yeah. Still can't get over Andrew Garfield's voice though. Like he's very soft spoken. Doesn't have that gruffness sometimes.
You know what? Andy Garfield, like, give him like 10 more years, he'd be the perfect prospect for fucking Max Payne.
Yeah. Better than that fucking
man.
The sword is falling 10,000. Fuck out of here.
It just sounds like it's
Who are you talking to?
It's fucking comedic delivery to say like that as well. Have you seen this one before? Ma! Oh, shit. But yeah, I reckon he'd be a mad Max Payne. It'd be fucking cool, man.
Yeah. Fucking bad.
Like, dude, that shit.
His sword has been folded 10,000 times.
It's always the line I go back to, eh? He looks so surprised. Just like...
Not even he fucking knew it was folded 10,000 times.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But no, we got a trailer for The Sea Beast, which is from, what's his name? Chris Williams, same guy who did Big Hero 6. I'm fucking excited for this movie, man. Because we got the king of the voices, Carlo Ban. And he's like a legendary fucking sea monster hunter. Looks like, he's living that pirate life. Can I get a hell yeah? But it also seems like a bit of a coming of age story as well. Because we got we have this little girl and she's a stowaway on his ship this one time. And then he's going through with her, you know, teaching her the ropes about sea monster hunting and all this stuff going through. And we see all these mad, like, you know, set pieces of monsters attacking the boats and them going through, learning about all these islands and all these different things that are occurring. But this has like a really tight cast with it as well. We got thingy, what's his name? We got Jared Harris as well as Dan Stevens in on this as well.
Yeah, the cast look fire. Let's face it, this is the best animated movie, like animation I've seen on a Netflix project.
100%. And if this guy,
like,
sorry, Doug, you.
It looked like they were getting like Pixar to work on this one.
So, Pixar. Slash your little billies under the table.
This is $20 in one.
But no, it looks really good. And Chris Williams, he always hits you with the feels directly at the start too. And then he fucking just delivers like mad action as well as mad storytelling throughout the film too. And it looks like we're all set up for that with this trailer too. I'm fucking excited.
Yeah, big time. It's one, like, sometimes they get you with those animated movies, and then, like, I let Brody sit in front, because he usually sits, like, real close to the screen, and then I just sit back in the back and just cry sometimes.
Man. Remember when we watched Up, and they just caught me off fucking guard with that shit, man?
I know. I was ready for a cranky old fucker, and then, like, at the start, they just broke me up.
They jab you directly in the fucking feels at the start, too. I was there holding my chest looking at the ceiling.
Yeah, but then they got Randy Newman on the keys, making it over.
Fuck, man. Gets you. But nah, this looks fire, dude. I fucking can't wait for this shit.
Yeah. This does look good. And it scares the shit out of me. Like, that imagery of being in open water and that big fucker just staring at you, like, it got me. So I'd never go, like, as soon as the beach, like, as soon as it gets, like, the sandbar drops out, I'm out.
Like, I've been playing Sea of Thieves, right? And you'll be sailing casually, like, no fucks given, everything's fine moving forward. And then out of nowhere, your ship just shunts a little bit, and you look behind you, and there's a fucking kraken holding onto the back of your fucking ship. Sometimes I just want to quit the game.
Let's do the quit.
I get so scared.
You know, the beach is where you get attacked, right?
Yeah.
It's the most dangerous place to be. You're fine in open waters.
I still wouldn't.
It's the beach.
I still wouldn't.
Because that's where the fish are.
Yeah. It scares me, though.
I've seen sharks attack in like 2 to 3 feet of water, B. They just glide through that shit.
There's a guy on YouTube, and he does the drone shots, sometimes from the beach, sometimes from a boat. But yeah, you see how close you are to a great white in Cali, and it is fucking close.
I saw a video from here, and this kid was just paddling out on his board, and you just see this shark behind him following. It's almost like the shark saw what he was, and then just like, nah, I don't need that today.
Fuck that. All right. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say I'd much rather shit in my hands and clap than deal with that kind of situation ever.
Oh, shit in your hands and clapping would be like the superior move.
That's the power move.
I'm trying to punch that shark with shit in my hand. I swear to God.
Maybe like with the shark smelling your shit if you packed his gills with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, so a show that I've been looking forward to for I swear what's felt like 3-4 years has been the second season of Undone. So the season 2 trailer just dropped. So this has got Russell Salazar in there. It's got who's the nobody? Bob Odenkirk. Got him in there as her as her father, and it looks really, really good. The first season and this season is all rotoscoped, and it deals with like dimensions and time travel and like sort of healing familial wounds, and it's just like it's such a good show, man. Like, check the shit out. It's on Amazon. It's worth watching. It's only 6 episodes, and I think like half an hour an episode. But it kind of had that, Palm Springs. It kind of had that kind of feel, because it's around that New Mexico kind of area. But yeah, like, check this shit out. So the next season is dropping April 29th, which is a bit conflicting because Ozark, the last season, also drops April 29th. But when I seen this trailer and the excitement, Ozark got away. That's how good the show is. Ozark got away. Yeah.
Wow. I gotta get on Ozark. Seriously. I need to just sit down and just smash through it.
You know how I do it? I just eat a giraffe through that fucker and just like 2 episodes a night. That's it. And then I just cap it, regardless of where I am. Could be the last episode. No, gotta wait till the next night. Because as soon as I break the discipline, I just know that I fucked up big time.
I can't do it, B.
I know.
Like, if I know, okay, there's only 3 episodes left in this season. 2:30, 3:30.
Merry Christmas, baby. Oh man, but yeah, I'm excited for all those movies. Lightyear is shaping up. Tell you that much.
It is. It is shaping up. It looks really, really good.
They better have that version of Starman in the movie. Like, I go play Starman. Every time that trailer plays, I'll play Starman after that.
Yeah.
Fuck around with me with some David Bowie in a trailer.
Fucking earth. They had it in what's his face? I heard it just recently in The Martian.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the montage music as well. Yeah. Straight away invested.
So good.
Invest.
Yeah. Cool. Moving on to our entertainment news.
Yeah.
All right, T-Dog.
So we've heard word from Bruce Willis's family. So this is some big news, is that Bruce Willis is actually retiring from acting due to being diagnosed with aphasia. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what aphasia is, there's many different kinds of aphasia that you can have, but majority of it is brought on by, it could be head trauma, it could be a gunshot wound, or even like dementia later on in life too. But the things that aphasia can do, for example, where was it? I was reading about it before. There's one called broker's aphasia, and it's where in your sentences you actually start removing things like and the, which means you have shorter, more meaningful sentences, but still, like, you start actually letting go of those like certain smaller words as filler words. Yeah. But yeah, it's huge news, to be honest. I feel a little bit bad because I was kind of bad-mouthing Bruce Willis the other day as well.
Yeah.
But no, this affects your cognitive abilities as a whole. And so part of the conversation was just, as a result of this and with much consideration, Bruce is stepping away from the career that has meant so much to him. But they haven't caused what might have actually gave Willis aphasia at this time as well.
Who would know?
Yeah.
Like, he's lived a life of excess for years.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, he's lucky at this point it's that and not a fucking alcohol overdose, poisoning. He didn't drink himself to death, nothing. He's at a point now where they can slowly treat it and stuff, and he can be with his family.
Yeah.
It's fucked up news, man.
Yeah.
Imagine there's something that's stopping you from doing the thing that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up. And it was so easy to just shit on Bruce Willis before, but maybe the thing for him was, I'll just do these small roles, because he's only in those DTV movies, and he's done about 8 or 9 of them. He's only in these DTV movies for about 25 minutes each.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe he knew that a while back, and when he was asking for $1 million to be in that movie, it was so he could pad his nest egg.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be
That's it.
working and shit like
Yeah.
that. So it is really sad because Willis has done some of like the biggest fucking my favorite movies. He's like the almost the original action, like reluctant hero action star.
He is the original.
And yeah, it's mind blowing, right? Because at this age that we're at, these heroes that we grew up with are slowly turning into like old men and dying.
Yeah.
Old women and dying.
Yeah.
Unless you're Sly.
Sly's time is coming.
I don't know. I saw Sly on that video recently that they released about the letting refugees in. And that man was cut out of steel. He was in a t-shirt. He was jacked.
Yeah.
What do you call it? It's true though, man. We're seeing a lot of our heroes slowly, like, close off their curtains for the rest of their careers too. Like, it was heartbreaking to see him. It's heartbreaking to see Jack Nicholson, Tim Curry, all these people slowly. It's unreal, man.
And you know what's crazy? Like, think about the millions of dollars that Willis would have brought in at like him rising up and at the peak of his celebrity, and all the people that benefited from that, and the audiences that watched that. Like, the man's a legend, and he deserves to go out a legend.
He's the reason why 20th Century Fox is
right.
20th Century Fox.
That's right.
He built that house. Just like Freddy is the house that,
New Line?
New Line is the house that Freddy built. Bruce Willis built Fox for them. Bruce Willis, without Bruce Willis, we get no Matrix because there's no Joel Silver to produce Die Hard, to produce the Matrix. Like, that's it. Yeah. Like, his tree, like the branches that come off his tree, paws, is unbelievable.
And for sure it's a fucking oak.
Pause.
Hey, Willis would be hung. Willis got
you
the
think Willis is
packed? Oh man, respect to Willis.
Guy.
Fucking hell.
Willis is the man. Willis was like, quarantining with his ex-wife and his current wife all in the same house. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you got to do it. You know what I mean?
And our last piece of news, for someone who, it's not very sad. Actually, it is kind of sad, this. So Michael Bay came out and said, I directed too many Transformers
You
films.
think?
He came through and he said, he was having a chat with Spielberg, and he said, Spielberg told him, look, just do 3 of these. You know what I mean? And then we'll do, you see how you feel. And he told himself, look, I'm only going to do 3 of these. So, after Dark of the Moon, I'm done. That's all we're doing. Makes a 4th one. Makes $1 billion. He says, hey, I'm going to make that next one. Makes a 5th one. Gets his bag, obviously. 5th one only makes, I shouldn't say only, but still, 5th one made $605 million, and that was his way of getting out.
Yeah.
If that 5th one hit the way that they expected it to, Michael Bay would still be making these fucking movies.
1,000%.
And I thank God that he's not making these movies anymore, because Pain and Gain was such a breath of fresh air
and
from him. When we saw it, $40 million movie.
It was $26 million.
$24 million movie. Ambulance Now looks like the best work he's done since Bad Boys 2. Like, God.
And that's
thank you, Michael
movie.
Bay.
True.
13 hours, $40 million movie. Bay works best when he's stretching his budget. Yeah.
Because he knows how to stretch it. He knows where that money needs to go. And Bay is like that, where he'll sort of, okay, well, I'll put my own money in.
Do you think?
Oh, we need $1 million? Okay, cool. Here's $1 million. Go do what we need to do.
Will Smith talks about it in his book as well. Because on the first Bad Boys, they had no fucking idea. Like the script, Don Simpson took that script and threw it in the fucking bin and said, "We're not shooting that script. So you guys work it out on set." On set, like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence working it out, and Bay's like, "Whatever you're doing, do it on my fucking camera." and that's how they shot it. Like, I know with Transformers, he doesn't give a fuck about giant robots, but he knows how to make the shit look good.
Yeah.
And that is why you get Michael Bay.
Do you remember when they said Michael Bay is going to direct Transformers? And we were like, Michael Bay?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Who's going to go watch that? Yeah. Why would he want to make that? And then we saw that first trailer, and we saw Optimus Prime transform for the first time, and we were like, I know why Michael Bay is directing this now.
Because he took that $200 million budget and he made it look $200 million. And even though you don't see it on screen, he made those CG artists make sure every piece of the car fits where it needs to go.
Yeah. For me, like with the first Transformers, it wasn't the trailers. It was when you always took me to that 9 a.m. session out in Hurstville. And that first scene where you see fucking Starscream transform, and then he stomps the ground like that, and you see the fucking wave break through that fucking window. I was invested.
Blackout.
Blackout's
Blackout's terrible.
That shit was fucking crazy for me.
Badly. That was a fucking trip, that
Yeah, man.
Back in the day. I don't give a fuck what people think about it now. Back in the day.
What do you mean? I watched that movie the other day. It's got Atmos on there. Do you know how loud that movie is?
Oh, man.
It's unbelievable. That's it. Yeah. That's all about movie news right now.
One, like, sort of small, sad thing, though. Estelle Harris passed away. She was the voice of Miss Potato Head and George's mom, Miss Costanza in Seinfeld.
Yep.
Prayers out to her family, friends, and fans. Our deepest condolences. It's just some sad news. She icon, and that voice is iconic. Fuck, she was perfect.
I can't hear anyone else.
Up against Rickles, perfect.
Yeah. Oh man, Rickles. Yeah. Rickles is a legend. Man.
All right. What do you guys think of Moon Knight?
I liked it. I liked what I saw, but I do really, really need to see some more.
Yeah, I thought it was the perfect premiere episode.
Yeah.
They get you with, like, they show you the loop, and now they're breaking it.
Yeah. I like the where it ends. Like, it's like, where is that second episode? Because I know it's going to be fire.
You know, I did that. As soon as that episode ended, I reached for the remote to see if... like, sometimes they do a twofer. Sometimes, but nah. But that was the hooks. The hooks straight in.
Yeah.
They didn't do that with WandaVision. I didn't really feel like that with the other ones as well.
That's why they gave us two.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
But even on that second episode of WandaVision, it wasn't the hooks yet. It was the third episode. That's when like it was like, all right, now they're showing me some interesting shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in for the second episode, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait.
This looked fucking unreal for me.
Yeah.
I was sitting down watching it, and I was saying it out. I couldn't believe how fucking violent it was initially as well. Like his hand just covered in fucking blood when he blacks out and wakes up again and shit like that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm waiting to see like the actual fucking action now as well of him just beating the shit out of dudes.
Yeah. Man, and the money was on the screen. I didn't expect that big chase in the first episode.
Yeah.
Well, all of our trailers that we've seen, we've only seen the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got to see like the gliding and the jump and shit like that. But I'm sure that's the second episode and then we're done. But when that show started, I was ready to turn it off when he started breaking that glass and putting it in his sandals.
Really?
That fucked me up.
For real?
I don't like that.
Me neither. I don't like that sort of shit.
I don't know. I think Oues has been a little bit desensitized this fucking week after watching Sons, man. Because I just saw Otto put that scalpel through that dude's fucking ear.
Jesus.
So I was fucking good.
You guys watch Halo? The next episode?
No.
I did.
So I fell asleep when I originally watched it, and then had to catch right back up. So what I thought was a boring episode was, I think, just like me just being tired.
Yeah.
But that looked fire. Well, sorry, that was fire. That episode, it set up a lot of shit.
It was. It's really interesting what they're doing.
My favorite thing, they got rid of Quan Harb at the end of that episode, baby.
Jesus. For now.
Yeah, that's true. You'll
I swear I thought she was going to be hidden away or something.
If they had panned down and she was like in the corner or something.
When you said they got rid of Quan Ha, I just pictured fucking Jay when he drinks that beer in Clerks 2. Get the fuck out of here!
No, Chief was like, I had enough of you. Like, you know what I mean? Safe space for you. Stay on this rock here with Soren. But yeah, I mean, that next episode, Cortana, they're starting to, they're going to obviously look at that fucking thing, that alien
the
artifact, yeah. And, like, Chief's working with the UNSC again.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to bring about, I reckon that artifact is going to bring about the fall of Reach.
Yeah.
So they're going to just all go to Reach. Covenant's is going to come on down.
I need that. I need those battles. I need Chief with that team clearing shit out.
Midway through the season,
a military fucking
like
situation. I don't need Chief walking through like the marketplaces and like the camera shifting to show him pushing that fucking trolley and then keep moving. It just felt weird.
But yeah,
and
Halo was good. I'm liking Halo, man. I'm liking it. I can't fault it. CG's a little shit, but still, I'm liking it.
I can forgive like shit CG sometimes. You know what I mean? Like the story elements are there.
Yeah,
we're getting that.
What do you call it? Sorry, there, Big Dog.
No, you go.
Do you give Schreiber his flowers? Like, is it too early to say?
You know what? He does well. He hasn't got much that he could do. The physicality of that role is rough. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to show that he's Master Chief, but he can't, like, talk about his feelings and shit like that. They're only now just getting into that. Like, what makes you tick, Chief? Which is going to be the interesting shit that you don't see in the games as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think they're taking the character into a place where he's going to be weeping every episode. You know what I mean?
Spoiling his fucking
life. And then I ended the week with Atlanta, the latest episode. Fucking hell.
I'm gonna watch it today. I watch Power and Atlanta on the same day. I don't know why, but that's just how it shakes out.
Got a fire double dip.
Yeah. Sunday. That's my Sundays.
There's three things that stood out, and that was like they had Nando's in there, which I didn't think would be in any American production ever.
It's so big now. Americans love Nando's because they've never had it.
Fuck. It's so good. And then the next thing was like they have a South African in there.
Oh no.
Yeah. Watch it. It's funny. And then they mentioned Tales from the Hood. They're like, fuck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I was like, there's...
The good Tales from the Hood, not the second one. The good one.
The first one. Got to be the first one.
Yeah. Rusty Condor.
Yeah. They're both rusty. Rusty's
yeah,
on
but
both.
Still, like, he lost a step there in that second one. Anyway.
Yeah, but that, like, it was a good week of watching, man. Good week of news there.
Next week, the ambulance comes out. I want to watch that. I really want to watch that.
Same. Like, the more they release these featurettes, I'm like, fuck, I kind of need that. Kind of need the ambulance.
As soon as I heard Christopher Cross, I was like, nah, I need that. I need to watch that.
Damn. All right. That is a wrap
That's
on
it.
the whole week. Thank you guys for listening in. You can catch us next week, same time, same place, Movie Monday. Check out our YouTube page. Like, subscribe that shit. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. We're on all your DSPs. Take care of yourselves out there, and love yourself, and love movies.
Vape more and smoke less, and as always, wash your ass.